versus Seth.
We got the same matchup.
Up.
And same stage.
Yeah, phenomenal player. I've definitely heard Ant before. Seth is actually a Smash 4 and then Cult player. Played Yoshi.
Yoshi, yeah. Oh my God.
I met Seth at Combo Breaker this year, and I did not know who he was because I didn't know what he looked like. And Seth, after beating me, we played friendlies for like an hour. I took maybe like 3 friendlies. I got rocked. And then he looks at me and goes, dude, thank you so much for your videos. I learned so much on how to play the game. And I'm like, I need to make worse videos.
Like, I've created a monster.
And then I was like, what is your tag? And he's like, Seth. I was like, oh, never mind. I do know who you are. He ended up getting like top 5, I think maybe like 3rd in that entire event. But I was just like, what happened? How did someone get this much better than me that I taught them how to play? What is going on?
So to elaborate on that story, Seth got like top 3. Jackie Peanuts was took over a DQ slot at Combo Breaker for and had to play Seth round 1. Took him to game 3.
Jackie Peanuts versus Seth round 1 is just the grossest thing I've ever heard of.
Lost round 1 and was like super tight about it. Then looked back later and was like, oh, the guy that beat me round 1 got top 3. Never mind. I'm no longer upset.
That's how I felt about the guy. The guy that destroyed me in friendlies then also did. But we're talking all about Seth. Seth Ranno, he's down 2 stocks right now, and Fleet's barely been touched.
The SD is certainly rough, but Ant here is a experienced Fleet player. I watched him play the very first open beta at Heatwave, grinding Fleet. It's like, it is all about this character for him. It's something just absolutely clicked, and we're seeing all of that work slowly pay off. Caught between a rock and a hard place when it came to that wind chime.
I'm very impressed by seeing Ant's movement already. A lot of people are playing Fleet in this, like, I'm just going to float, I'm going to do, like, the Peach, the V2 thing. Fleet's not the same. This is not Palm from Rivals 1. Fleet is using float to do some micro positioning, which is why we're seeing a lot of this, like, really good platform movement, a lot of the down special, like, B reverse down special, B reverse whatever. Huge damage tacked on from Seth right now. Honestly, if he was able to... Not off the top. Wait.
Barely missing on the up strong, but what if it was fully charged, it'll come back down.
The first time I hit someone, I play a little bit of Fleet and friendlies. The first time I hit someone with that, they're like, when did that get added? I was like, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like July. Oh, the run-up cross-up jab was so slick from Seth. Like, the movement is absolutely there. That rough SD on stock number 2, just really putting him behind the 8 ball. But sometimes you just got to get hit with these go-necks, breaking through the arrow with the dive kick.
Yep.
We see
I never thought about that. That dive kick broke through the arrow because it has that active hitbox on it. I never even thought about using dive kick as my, like, anti-zoning movement. That's really smart.
Yeah, just to cut through a lot of the extended forward strongs that we keep seeing from Fleet, just to pressure from offstage and extend that range. But that was such good platform movement. Oh my God, disguising 3 intentions in order to find that up air. Super slick.
And because the follow-up tornado and side special was coming through, Seth already was being cut off from a lot of his options anyways. I was very impressed by Ant in that moment. We saw, like I said, a lot of great movement, a lot of great follow-ups, but Seth was bringing it back. There was an SD apiece, so I'm just going to call that even. I would not at all be surprised if we're seeing a game 3 here. But I want to see some of these Ant setups because I feel like every Fleet's got something different. Cake's doing like the up B off the top. We've seen SkyJ just going for like some of these strong reads call-outs. What is the Ant special right now?
Yeah, when you have a character that just has so many tools going, and that seems to be the motif of Rivals 2 as like a design philosophy. It's like we want to give everyone tools. We want to have like flexibility be the first and foremost thing on every character's mind. And for Fleet, you can play around with float, you can play around with the wind bounce from the tornado, you can use tornado as a tech chase scenario like we've seen with SkyJ. For it seems like Ant, it seems all about the platforms.
Yep. There's no one character that's like, this is the optimal way to play them. I mean, I've even seen people that are like, yeah, Ranno just wants to dash attack and Dacus a lot. And then I'm seeing people that I'm like, oh, you didn't dash attack once and you won. Yeah. Like, it's just how the game is right now.
Oh, catching that tech roll away.
Like we've said, this game literally isn't out yet. Everyone's playing in these early access betas. The amount of counterplay and development we're going to see for any types of combos is just going to... We're at the floor right now, which makes this wild, some of the skill that we've seen on display.
Yeah, how quickly a game can develop and how quickly a game can change. I mean,
Modern video games are crazy because this is the kind of stuff that would have taken like 3 years into release on a fully released game back in like the arcade days.
Yeah, and we're seeing it within, not even when the game is out yet.
Yep.
Plus, Rivals has very, very frequent updates for Rivals 1 still. Oh,
Yes.
the pop?
Is that going to be off the top? Not yet. Not yet. I wonder if there's a better option other than just charging up strong. Obviously, if you think they're going to DI it, you're cutting off that area, so they have to get back. But I don't know if Fleet can threaten any more than that from up there.
It'd be certainly tough to say. You might have to go with some more of those fancy tricks where you see like the up angle, the up angle tornado into the wind bounce, or some sort of like a very specific type of chase down. But that may not be worth it in the long run.
It might be super overcommittal. You're out of resources. There's a lot of stuff. I'm just doing live theory crafting,
and we love you for it.
Hey, that's what the first year of the game, I mean, the first everything of the game, but right now, if you're not looking at every set, even if someone you've never played against, being like, what is something new they're bringing to the table I've never seen in this game before, you are not going into this with the correct mindset. Everything
is, as I said earlier, everything is treasured by flexibility, and right now, all of these different mix-ups from Seth has netted him a lead here in this game number 2, a huge interrupt.
But because it's Fleet, one of the characters that can make it back, I love the reverse flip kick into the wall jump. This character's got some stuff.
Yo, look at Seth playing so grounded. Like, I love the empty movement, just looking for jab ones, like hunting for a confirm and then backing off. It's like,
I think it makes a lot of sense versus Fleet. You're staying grounded so that you can parry those side Bs. And Fleet just has control in the air. It has a lot more disjoint than you do with a lot of the bow attacks.
And that's something that Ranno has always struggled with, even back in Rivals 1. You want to outrange Ranno, setting up the bubble in order to avoid keeping all the resources. No ledge grab in time. Huge trade end in Ant's favor. Finds a big back air to close down the stock. Seth trying to come down with an instant forward strong to see if they can match immediately, completing the jab that time.
It's interesting that Ant is going for just like the single apple eat and then just getting more on respawn instead of like the you go into pratfall, do everything. Because you're going to get more apples, you're going to get more stamina stocks for your wind, but it's a lot more committal and you might get hit on coming back. I feel like people are only doing that when they know absolutely this is going to kill and I have time.
Yeah, it's way too long in order to just try and recklessly take a snack.
But now with Fleet's changed, regular pummel, you can get another one. You can take that granola bar, and with the special pummel, you can just, I don't even need to get the stamina, I just have this now.
Yeah,
but
I really love that.
Yeah, neither of them are really using the special pummels. Never mind, there we go. Because they're getting broke a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the next level of this is going to be seeing the mix-ups of I'm going to use regular pummel to unlock special once you start being like, I'm tired of taking extra damage and you're getting an apple every time.
Yeah, special pummel. Oh, that up air closed down the stock.
Wow,
super
great job
sick
from
conversion.
Ant. I know Seth was a top seed in this bracket.
Right.
So I feel like even though that was extremely close, we went into this knowing that it was going to be a close set. I think on paper that was an upset.
I believe so,
yes.
yes.
But
Seth, a